The Papal Blacklist. Again, the Papal Blacklist. The Anatomical Mystery in the 3,000 Ducat Fraud. Looking at the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, you see 5,000 square feet of divine art. I see a masterpiece of fiscal rebellion. We are auditing the 158 contract between Michelangelo and Pope Julius II. The Vatican ledger says 3,000 gold ducats were paid for a religious narrative. But the physical evidence and the plaster tells a different story. Michelangelo didn't just paint a ceiling. Again, Michelangelo didn't just paint a ceiling. He weaponizes the Pope's own treasury to fund a forensic blacklist. He was being paid to glorify the church, but he was secretly using that gold to hide anatomical blueprints that the church has spent centuries banning. This isn't art, it's high art sabotage. The audit of the divine ledger. Let's look at the accounting. 3,000 ducats in 1508 is roughly $500,000 to about $1 million in today's purchasing power. But when you perform a forensics audit of the labor to material ratio, the math doesn't align. Again, the math doesn't align. Michelangelo famously complained about the toil, yet the speed at which he covered the forbidden sections suggests he was pausing standard fresco protocols. We are cross-referencing Vatican payment vouchers against the physical anomalies in the creation of Adam. Why did a sculptor who held painting finish the most atomically completed section, the brain of God, with such surgical precision, while missing funds in the peripheral accounting? He was redirecting the church's capital. Again, he was redirecting the church's capital into a private study of human autonomy, a price that at the time could get you burned at the stake. The 71 method, the geometric sedition in the plaster. Now we apply the 71 method. Look at the spark of life between God and Adam. Traditional history says it's the touch of the divine. My audit says it's a geometric command. So if you overlay a cross-section of the human brain over God's cloak, the alignment is a ratio of 1:1. The topic, chassis, the pituitary gland, the brain stem, all funded by the Pope. Michelangelo was essentially an intelligence node operating inside the heart of the establishment. He used Vatican gold to buy the plaster that would cover the very secrets the Vaticans wanted suppressed. He bankrupted the Pope's blacklist, by making the forbidden knowledge the center of the world's most famous church. The motive? Private disdain and public defiance. Again, private disdain and public defiance. Why do this? Again, why do this? Newly digitized archives reveal Michelangelo's private letters, where he referred to the Pope as a meddler and his work as drudgery. This was a fiscal insurrection. By hiding a human brain behind the image of God, he was stating mathematically and atomically that intelligence comes from the mind, not the institution. He stole the church's money to prove the church was obsolete. This is the ultimate nail in the coffin for the Renaissance narrative. The closing, the billion view valuation. We have now a clean sweep. Again, we now have a clean sweep of the Trinity. Leonardo's physics, Raphael's geometry, and Michelangelo's financial sabotage. The art world will call this heresy. I call it the audit of truth. I'm the lead instructor and an artist, and have been an artist for 32 years, and the man who just closed the ledger on the Vatican's greatest secret. Subscribe to the archive.